Beto O'Rourke. Beto. All right, so Beto O'Rourke was once upon a time the toast of the town. Everybody wanted to ask him for a dance. People were just giving him drinks everywhere he went. They were rolling out the red carpet for Beto O'Rourke. They were amazed. They were immersed. They were discombobulated by his sheer appearance, the sound of his voice, the cut of his jib. These things are all tantalizing to so many Americans. They were just fixated on Beto O'Rourke. They stood there slack-jawed, eyes glossed over, as if they were seeing Michael Jackson. But it wasn't Michael Jackson. It was just some white guy standing on top of a table with his arms looking like he's trying to fly away. And that wore off. People stopped caring about Beto O'Rourke. Well, Beto O'Rourke recently appeared on The View. And here's what happened.
Important that our government looks like the people of this country, reflects the genius of America.
Yeah. So you're, depending on the poll, you're between 5 and 2%, depending on the poll. And there's 22 people running. At what point, if you continue in single digits, do you say to yourself, okay, my best channeling of my energy and talent is to consolidate efforts and go back the front runner?
Last week, there was a poll released on CNN, and it had every single Democratic contender in a head-to-head matchup with Donald Trump. My margin of victory was 10% in that poll, greater than any other candidate running. So I just come back to, there's a lot of time. Those polls will change. There are ups, there are going to be downs, and there are a lot of people to meet who should have the opportunity to ask questions of me, just as you are doing today, to make up their minds amidst an extraordinary field of experience, of skill, of talent, all of whom want to bring this talent to bear on not just defeating Donald Trump, but bringing this deeply divided country together. So if I'm not the nominee, to the spirit of your question, I will do everything in my power to get behind whoever she or he is to make them as successful as we possibly can.
Good. So here's my...
All right, so let's just stop there because I want to comment on some of the stuff that Beto O'Rourke said. Wow, Ana Navarro, you're a real prick, aren't you? Hey, that's what Beto O'Rourke wanted to say, man. We're like a year away from the actual, like, the real meat, like, at least 9 months away from, like, the real primaries. Primaries even starting, right? It's not until, like, February, you know, we start in, I think, Iowa. And you're already saying, hey, if you're not polling well now, why don't you just get out? You know, like, that's dirty. You haven't had even the first debate yet. What are you going to do? What if you stay at only 3? Well, I'll, you know, if I stay at only 3 forever, I'm at 3 now, who knows what tomorrow's going to bring. So anyway, Ana Navarro, I know Beto. See, if Beto was really being himself, well, I don't know he's Beto, so who knows how he really is. But I'm just saying, man, this is part of the reason why people don't like candidates that much. And this is what people don't get. Like, we want honesty. What's a real response to Ana Navarro saying, won't you just quit? Screw you. I'm in this for the run. The whole thing. All right. So then the next thing he said was he started talking about polls. You know, you look at a poll and you'll see, according to a poll, I polled very well. I had the most lead against Donald Trump by 10 points. No other person in the campaign, no one else in the field had polled so highly against Donald Trump. Beto O'Rourke's making a rookie mistake. He thinks Democrats give a damn about polls. I mean, they only care about polls if it tells them what they want to hear. They don't really care about polls. If they cared about polls, Donald Trump probably wouldn't be president because they would have voted for Bernie Sanders over Hillary Clinton. Bernie Sanders was polling much better against Donald Trump, and they said, go with her over here who's not polling as well, who's polling 1 point above or behind him. I don't want the guy who's 10 points ahead. I want the woman that's a point behind him. That makes more sense to me somehow. So Beto, your pleas are going to fall on deaf ears there. Then he said something that I feel is probably the most cliche statement I've ever heard. He's running because we got such a divided country. Yep, Divided country. Yeah, you know, that's exactly what the guys down at the barber shop when I took my son, because obviously I don't need haircuts. That's exactly what the guys were talking about in the barber shop. How divided the country was. Oh, man. Wish this country wasn't so divided. My wife cheated on me. My dog died. They just repossessed my car. But, man, if we could just get this country united, I feel so much better about all that other crap I just listed that makes me want to eat a gun. Come on, man. No one in America's going, I wish the country was united or I wish it wasn't divided. What they want is their check not divided. What they want is their wallet united, money in their wallet, making unity with money, unity with health care and lower prescriptions, and unity with lower student debt. No one wants to unite with people they don't know, except for liberals in name only, who watch a lot of MSNBC and go, wow, Rachel's great. Hey, Chris Matthews. Hey, Chris Hayes. Yay, Joy Reid. Like, no one in the real world cares about that. No one even uses that type of language. You need to stop using it. Last thing is, he said if he is in it and he can't win, he would gladly get behind the nominee, whoever that person is, because, of course, everyone else needs to say the same thing I'm saying, which is we want to defeat Orange Man bad. The evil orange guy must be killed, destroyed, beaten, and thrown out. So Beto's been paying attention. He knows the talking points. That's all he did. It's talking point, talking point, talking point. Nothing real, nothing. All right. So there was another clip. This time it was covered by the Five, who I detest, but because I want to go and give them the business, I'll use their clip. Greg Gutfeld, I would love to debate you, sir. Have a conversation with you and embarrass you, because I don't think you know as much as you think you know. And here goes the clip.
I want to know, how are you going to get people the little bit of money that they were able to have when they, wrote their taxes, and they sent them in, and they would always get a little something back.
Yeah.
People aren't getting anything back.
That's right.
What are you how can you convince people that you are the person who knows how to fix the economy to where it works for them, not for up here necessarily,
right,
but right in this area?
Yeah.
Because people need to have their little bit of ducats. They need their money. How are you going to get it back for them?
We're going to make sure that one job is enough. Right now, so many people work in 2 and 3 jobs. On average in Texas, school teachers and public school educators have taken on a 2nd and a 3rd job because we're not paying them enough. So win that fight for $15 an hour. Ensure that there's paid family leave. Make childcare affordable. Extend education to preschool universally. Make sure health care is available as a right and not a function of luck. Ensure everyone can participate in a far more inclusive economy. That's the answer.
I just want to cut in real quick to take a pause. Ducats. She said ducats, y'all. For my white viewers, ducats means money. It's a phrase from the late 70s. And for the record, Whoopi Goldberg hasn't missed a meal since 1982. Very similar to Oprah Winfrey. But she wants people to think that she relates to black people. Though this is a class issue, just because you black don't mean you relate to black people that don't have money when you have a lot of money and fame. Just thought it was hilarious. Ducats. What about the Benjamins? All right, so this time I'm really going to go to the clip from the Five, okay?
Probably is Beto on The View. We have to talk about that.
We have to talk about
Let's go to that thing.
You're right. There are things that I have been privileged to do in my life that others cannot.
Would you say those are mistakes? Being on the cover of Vanity Fair?
Yeah, so
It looks elitist? What?
I think it reinforces that perception of privilege.
Dana, there is probably nothing less attractive than that.
So I think that Biden's entry into the race has really scrambled the whole thing.
Right.
And now you have all of these superstars, or like superstars for a couple of weeks at least, saying, okay, wait, now I'm way down in the polls. They're not getting any traction. Lost some staffers, reconvened, tried to reboot, revamp, and he goes on there. And I kind of liked it when he was arrogant guy on the thing, waving his arms around, like standing on tables. And that was a lot more appealing than agreeing that
He looked small.
nothing.
He looked small.
Like they had taken something away from him.
Yes, like
Yes.
They removed something.
Yeah, my puppy just had that procedure, and he wears the cone of shame. Maybe Beto needs to wrap that around his neck.
I don't understand who he's trying to appeal to with that answer because, well, maybe it's the View audience. I don't know. But I kind of liked it when he was being himself, and now he feels.
Greg Gutfeld should not talk about small or someone not being attractive. Lucky leprechauns, lucky charms. So, but I do want to say that I agree with Dana here. She's right. He did better when he was just being himself. You got to just be yourself. And I think what we were seeing earlier in the campaign, that was him being himself. But sometimes being you just don't work. It just fizzled out. It just wasn't, being him just wasn't going to, it's not going to win it. Beto's not going to win. No matter what Oprah says, no matter how many couches or View segments, I just don't think America's ready for Beto. I think America's more ready for Pete than they're ready for Beto. And I don't think America's ready for Pete either. Damn sure ain't ready for Beto O'Rourke. So, as far as the soy comments, basically what they're saying, and the Vanity Fair was a bad choice because somebody put him up to it. I don't know, someone approached him. Look, that's not something he came up with. Hey, make me look like Ronald Reagan when I haven't won anything and I just lost an election in Texas to Ted Cruz. Make me look like a winner. Make me look like the quintessential winner. The quintessential white guy. It just didn't work for him. Don't get me wrong, I think it worked as well as it could work. Look, man, eventually you need more gas in the car. No matter how much gas, your tank only holds so much gas. Team O'Rourke, Team Beto, recognize no matter how much gas you put in your tank, it's going to run out. You're going to have to stop to get more gas. And that's what Beto O'Rourke needs. Changing who he is and changing what got him to the dance, I don't think it's a smart move. Now, I'm not saying that to hurt him. I'm not saying that to agree with the five. It's just the truth. I think he's missing something. Will he win with that? I don't know. But wouldn't you rather lose being you than lose being somebody else? Beto, I hope you're listening. It's the best free advice you'll get.